In House MD, Dr. House, Gregory House, Greg, fakes his death so that he can spend time with his friend, Dr. James Wilson, and Wilson is dying of cancer. And if House had not faked his death, then House would have gone to prison and not been able to spend time with Wilson. So, this is a very touching and wonderful ending to the series, some would say, but it would have been much better if House had actually been dead. So if House actually died, the story would have been much more of a plot twist and more interesting. So if House dies, but Wilson hallucinates and thinks that House is alive. So James Wilson thinks that his friend Gregory House is still alive when in fact House is dead. And Wilson continues to hallucinate and he goes on his adventure and his travel and his little vacation. And House is dead, but Wilson thinks that House is alive, and House is a hallucination, but it just helps Wilson feel better as he is dying. And so maybe it is psychologically good for Wilson for a moment, but of course maybe it becomes bad. But whatever the case is, if it had just ended with Wilson thinking that House was alive and with him on his journey, where in fact House was really dead and gone, and Wilson was just alone, but Wilson was hallucinating, it would have been a very tragically but interesting ending.